We don't go into any project with preconception about what the client should have. I think the best sort of statement that sums up what we try to do is we try to do an architecture for our clients that complements their lifestyle but doesn't define what it should be. I think a lot of architects go in there and say, this is what you should have. We ask a lot of questions of our clients, find out what our clients want, and then try to design architecture that complements that individual lifestyle. Okay, my name is Joseph Luna. I'm the principal of Luna Design Group Architects. We're a small, award-winning architectural firm located in Lynnfield, Massachusetts. We are building a house that's finishing construction right now where we have a 68-foot clear span aircraft hangar that holds a Lazy Susan carousel that dispenses 4 airplanes. 68-foot clear span hangar. Now, by covenant inside this air park, because it's a planned community, they require you to have 1,000 square feet of living space on the ground floor. So there is 1,000 square foot of living space on the ground floor and a 2-car garage. Now, on top of all that is the house. So we are finishing construction right now, and we designed the house that from the street side, it looks like, a fairly typical Cape house. It's got a nice little tower element, 2-car garage, would never give the impression that it is holding 4 airplanes in it. On the back side that faces out toward the runway is this design. Complete with a 45-foot wide hangar door, but is dressed up like a large barn door structure. And because it's facing out the runway and to gain the square footage that we needed for meeting that 1,000 square feet of living area space, it's a mock little control tower, and complete when it's not on the photograph yet, but complete with an air sock that'll be able to tell the planes which way the winds are blowing as it comes down the runway. That's just sort of one example of, how do you design a house like that? What's the preconception? But the client comes to us and then spending a lot of time listening to the client, and that's what we gave them. The hardest thing that we have to do in our process is manage our client's expectation level. And when we sit down with the client, what we tell them is, whether you want to tell us or not what your budget is, and this is for the majority, not always, but I would say a good 98% of our clients, you have an expectation level of what you want that house to be. And as soon as they go through that portfolio, that expectation level keeps going up. They also have an expectation level about what they think that house should cost. All right, and it's at 9 times out of 10, they're going to be like this. The expectation level is going to be here, and the cost is going to be down here. Sometimes it could be that, sometimes it could be that, but it's going to require a lowering of expectation typically and a raising of the budget. And our job is to find that balance level. From a design standpoint, for us, that's the easy part. And even actually figuring out how to put the project together, because I have very talented staff. We know how to work through the issues. A lot of it is just education and communication with the client. At the start of a project, I always tell the clients, let's get what you want. Let's figure out what you want and come up with the best solution possible. Then at that point, we'll start evaluating it and seeing if this is going to work with your budget. And even the super rich, they still want to know what that project is going to cost. So we involve ourselves and ally ourselves very early with very good general contractors to start reeling in, or at least establishing a parameter for a budget. So my biggest advice to clients is just expectation management. And also to enjoy the process. There are going to be times where you feel strongly about something, and we are going to feel strongly about something. And it's like a marriage, and for any marriage to work over a long-term period, and for us, our relationships with our clients typically go about 3 years on these projects. It requires a lot of give and take and compromise and trust.
You've been watching Local Leaders Talk, and I'm Stephen Moylan.